I decided to go home early to surprise my wife for her birthday. Only to be even more surprised when I saw her standing in a towel with another guy. Fate sometimes has a twisted taste. Yesterday was my wife's birthday. I took off early and picked up flowers for her so I could surprise her, but boy, does she have an effing surprise for me. I walk in the front door. There are clothes scattered from the front door all the way to our bedroom. At first, I couldn't understand what I was looking at. Then I realized it was men's and women's clothes. Apparently, I got home right after they got through having a little fun, and they were in the shower cleaning up. Apparently, she likes it in the back, even though she won't give it to me. I can hear them laughing and giggling about how great it was. I was so freaking numb at that point. I took a step back, went into the living room, and sat on the edge of the couch for a couple of minutes. My mind was just racing. Then I saw all of his crap laying on the floor. I picked up all of his clothes, took them out to the driveway, then dumped charcoal starter fluid on them and set fire to his stuff. The only thing I did not burn was his keys and his phone. When I walked back in the house, my wife was standing there in a towel, just staring at me with a stupid look on her face. I told her, "Happy birthday." She just started crying. He comes walking out with a freaking towel wrapped around him. I told him to get the hell out of my house before I beat his crap because, at this point, I'm just about to lose my crap. He starts looking around for his clothes, and I told him that they were in the driveway. He goes to the door, sees his clothes burning, and starts screaming, "What did you do?" I handed him his keys and his phone and told him to get out of my house. I added, "Give me my effing towel." My wife starts yelling at me, telling me that I can't do that to him, that I can't humiliate him like that. I look at her and tell her, "You didn't have a problem humiliating me. You let him F you in the back but not me." My wife looks at him and tells him that she will get him a pair of sweats. I told her if he touches any of my stuff, I will beat his crap. She said, "You can't do that? You can't send him out there like that." I said, "Stop trying to protect him. What about protecting me?" She just gets this blank look on her face like she didn't understand. The guy starts walking toward me, saying he wants a pair of pants at least. I told him, "No, get out." That's when he tried to grab my arm, so he got to take home a black eye along with no pants. What a freaking disaster, just because I wanted to surprise my wife on her birthday. I'm so numb right now. I don't know what to do. Comments. In your own house, in your own shower, she protected him and ignored how you would feel. She took it in the back from him and not you. Dude, talk only through your lawyer. You know exactly what kind of selfish, narcissistic liar and cheater she is. You should have burned his phone and his keys, and then you should have called the police on a bear guy harassing you. You should go to a lawyer and get a restraining order. She is harassing you and your daughter. She has nothing to lose, so she will potentially try to hurt you. Try to find out where they did it. If they did it in your bed, make her buy a new bed. Make her write down the chain of events in a detailed timeline. When did they, what in details? I know this will hurt like hell, but she needs to own it, and so this is part of the walk of shame. Ask her how she feels about having her family literally destroyed. Stay tall, as I wish you all the strength in the world to walk this walk. So sorry you are going through this hell. When you engage a lawyer, ask if you can have the AP named as a co-respondent on the divorce documents. It makes it very clear to a judge that infidelity was involved. Even if your soon-to-be wife kicked him to the curb or if you live in a no-fault state, I think you can still name them as a co-respondent. Just check with your lawyer on all of the legalities. If you can name him, he will get a copy of the divorce papers. He helped in the demise of your marriage, he can have consequences come his way as well. Find out if he's married or has an SO and talk to that person. She has as much a right to know and make decisions for herself as you do. Also, get tested for STDs, STIs. There are some nasty ones out there that have no cure, only symptoms that can be treated. I also suggest that you sue for sole custody of your daughter, and your wife gets visitation at your discretion. She can pay child support. Since your daughter is 16, the judge may well take her wishes into account. I hope all goes well your way. Update 1. A little bit more about us. I'm 36. She's 38. We have a 16-year-old daughter. I kicked my wife out on her birthday. She is living with her mom, who is also a cheater. I have not spoken to her since Tuesday. She has been blowing up mine and our daughter's phones. I had to explain to my daughter what her mother did, not in details, but just that she cheated. She is so heartbroken and angry. I retained a lawyer this morning. I finally texted my wife and told her I retained a lawyer and would meet her later on today so she could try to explain herself. This is probably a bad idea, but I need answers. Is there a standard list of questions I should ask? Because right now, I can't think clearly. Whenever I found them, they were in the shower. It was all steamed up, so they didn't know I was standing at the doorway. I could hear them laughing and giggling about the sex they just had and how he loved her back because it was so tight. I texted her and told her I did not want to meet up today, I just can't stand to look at her yet. She started blowing up my phone with calls and texts, swearing that she can change, saying that she's already gotten rid of douchebag, whoever he was. I did tell her not to delete a damn thing from her phone. I want to see all of her texts and messages, whatever the F she did. We met at a local coffee shop. I was recording the conversation with my phone on the table. She wanted to know why, and I told her, frankly, I just didn't trust her anymore. She started in, saying she wanted to save our marriage. I asked her why, because she's already given up on it. She said she wants to be the wife and mother that our daughter needs. I told her it's a little late. She asked if I was ready to throw away 16 years of marriage. I threw it back in her face, saying I wasn't the one that cheated. I asked her who the guy was. Apparently, he's a stay-at-home dad from one of the homeschooling programs. I told my wife that she has to contact his wife and tell her what she did if there's any hope for us in the future. I asked her how long it had been going on. She said 2 months. She said she feels guilty and remorseful for what she did. I told her she feels guilty and remorseful for getting caught, not for what she did, because she didn't have any intentions of stopping. She started crying, saying that she knew it was wrong and that she was going to stop. I told her to stop lying to me. I asked her to give me her phone, and to my surprise, she hadn't deleted anything off of it. She showed me all the points where they started getting sexual between them. She told me how many times they had met up and made love. I asked her why she could take it in the back from him but not from me. She said she was the wife and mother and didn't want me to look down on her for her sensual desires. I threw it back in her face, saying I wouldn't have asked if I would look down on you. She showed me the text where she told the guy that she couldn't have contact with him anymore. She wanted me to tell our daughter to please contact her, that she wanted to talk to her. I told her no, it's her decision, I will not force her to talk to you. I also expressed that she needs to get into counseling and fix herself because there's something seriously damaged inside of her. I then contacted a lawyer and started separation papers. At that point, she just completely broke down and started sobbing. I told her she had 60 days before the papers were done to show me some sort of remorse for what she did to me and our daughter, not just the shame and guilt for getting caught. I told her at this point, she needs to move in with her mother until we can figure out the future. I told her to go get an SDT test, and even though we're separated, I want to know exactly where she is at all times. I want a tracking device on her phone, and I want her to check in with me. If I find out she even whispers to that jackass idiot, I will take her for everything. At this point in my life, I'm questioning my entire marriage. I feel like she could have cheated the entire time. I informed her of that too. She promised that it was a one-time affair. I told her I don't believe her. If you can do it once, you can do it 100 times. I informed her that at this point I am through with our marriage unless she can give me a reason not to leave and stay in it. But the mountain she has to climb is a very large mountain. My daughter and I had to make an 8-hour emergency drive home yesterday. My cheating wife took a bunch of pills on Christmas Eve and was rushed to the emergency room. She is still hurting us, so we are all back under the same roof. I guess she got what she wanted. I'm telling her later on today that we are done. I can't live with this narcissistic crap. She is still being selfish, and she traumatized our daughter on Christmas Eve. Last night, I had a long talk with my wife. I told her that we are divorcing. She started to fall apart. I informed her that she has done too much damage to our family, and her little stunt on Christmas Eve seriously traumatized our daughter. Her selfish behavior is unacceptable, and I can't deal with it anymore. I told her she could go live with the AP if she wants to. I really don't care anymore. I realized yesterday that I don't feel anything for her. I don't know if it's the trauma or what, but all I can think about is moving forward without her. I told her that she had to find a new place to live. She keeps telling me she wants us, she chooses us. I told her that she would still be effing him if I hadn't caught her. I'm okay with her going to him. She said he doesn't want her, no surprise. She reached out to him, so I'm her fallback plan. She said she doesn't know what she is going to do. I told her that she should have thought about that before her affair. I think we are through. I packed up all of her clothes today and put them on the back porch for her to come and get. I'm also going to the AP's house tonight to talk to his wife. Update 2, I decided not to talk to the affair partner's wife. Frankly, I just don't care anymore. It doesn't matter what anybody says. I am done. The only thing I can focus on now is moving forward and my daughter. My soon-to-be ex-wife is still out of the picture. I have chosen a no-contact route with her. My daughter has the option of talking to her if she wants to, but so far, she has not wanted to. From what I understand, my wife spends most days barricaded in her room at my mother-in-law's. She has been pretty much abandoned by everyone that knows her. While I don't feel sorry for her, I do pity her. Last night, I had a change of heart. I went over and visited the other betrayed spouse. I had a packet of information that I had collected about the affair. I gave that to her and explained everything I could personally to her. She asked me if I was the one that assaulted her husband. I told her yes. She said that it was strange. The day he came home in his gym clothes with a black eye, he told her that he had been in a road rage incident. We spent about 40 minutes talking. I explained to her that I was divorcing my wife and told her the level of betrayal these two had committed behind our backs. While I was standing there, she called him and told him not to come home, that she knew everything. This morning, she reached out to me and asked if we could meet again, so we are going to spend some more time together going over all this evidence. Hopefully, between the two of us and our divorce attorneys, because it's pretty clear she's heading that route too, we can find some closure. I have unblocked my wife so we can communicate about the divorce. She has agreed to an uncontested divorce. We are splitting the assets 60-40 in my favor. I'm keeping the house, and as of right now, I get full custody of our daughter. Right now, verbal communication is at a minimum and is mostly just about our daughter and the divorce. She has tried to talk to me about the affair a couple of times, but I shut her down. There's nothing else I need to know about it. I did confirm that she has broken it off with the guy, because there was some information shared between me and the other betrayed spouse that I know she sent to her husband. My wife does not know anything about it because she would go bat crap crazy if she found out. So, less than 6 weeks from now, I should be happily divorced. I have found comfort in spending time with, we'll call her M, the other betrayed spouse. We are helping each other through this messed up situation. Comments. So sorry you had to go through this. Kudos to you for how you handled it, absolutely outstanding. Your daughter should know your side of the story. Quite possibly, your wife would be feeding a lot of lies to her. Gather as much evidence as possible legally, phone records, etc. You're an amazing dad, already taking all the right steps to ensure your daughter knows what's up so she can't be manipulated by your wife. Also, the fact that you contacted a lawyer as soon as possible, that's good. Make sure your bank account is separated and that she doesn't know the pass or PIN. Make sure you have your funds in order. What she did is not a mistake. A mistake is knocking over a glass of water, forgetting to lock the door, or buying the wrong size tool. You were her doormat, and AP was her first choice over you. She destroyed your marriage. There isn't a marriage anymore. Take other action. Go out, meet new people, play video games, watch movies, exercise, or pick up a new obsession to focus on. For God's sake, do not focus your thoughts on what happened for too long. People can get eaten up inside.